Hey guys, it's Mark here with another video. This is part 4. I'm talking about political correctness. The bane of modern society. Political correctness has just been spiraling out of control, say in the last 20 years or so. I remember when I moved back to London in the early 90s after finishing high school in Jamaica. I started seeing signs of this political correctness. I don't think it even had a name then. But you started hearing things like partner. I was like, partner? Then I realized what partner was when people say, oh, this is my partner. Usually it's something that gay people say. You know, maybe they don't want to openly say my boyfriend or my girlfriend or whatever. It started there, partner. I'm like, well, all right. And it has gone on and on and on now to the point where you can't say a damn thing. If you disagree with a certain lifestyle, you're some type of phobic, blah, 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 phobic. If you disagree with the ideology of certain groups, you're some type of racist, sexist, something phobic, xenophobic, and all this other stuff. It's like a constant. Jesus Christ. We are scared, not me, we are scared to express our ideas. We are scared to share our true opinions and feelings on a variety of things. Because if we do and someone disagrees with us, then we are automatically hateful. You know, it's gone to the point now where they are actually trying to legalize or recognize pedophilia as some type of legitimate sexuality. Pedophilia, the unlawful sexual rape of children. I remember a couple of years ago, after they pushed through the gay marriage thing in America, I said, these slippery slopes. Now, I don't care who someone sleeps with. It's none of my business. Wherever you want to insert your male member or rub your female member is entirely your business. As long as you ain't inserting it in me, I don't care. But I remember when that gay marriage thing was passed, because, you know, America sets the standard for most things that, you know, happen in other countries. It happens in America, eventually it's going to happen in yours, in your country. And I remember when they passed it, and people are like, yay, equal marriage, whatever, equal rights, yay. And I said, all right, whatever. But I said it's the start of a very slippery slope. And I remember calling it on my timeline. I said, watch and see if in about 20 years, they're not going to be pushing for the legalization of pedophilia. I said, watch. So said, so done. No lie. Within a matter of months, they were already pushing for it, saying that it's a legitimate sexual orientation and that's just how people are born and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with this depravity that the liberal agenda, the liberals, these fake liberals are called them, because they're what immorality, this immorality that is being forced upon people like myself, who I said in the previous video, I'm a traditionalist. this immorality is being forced upon us. All manner of immorality, right? They want to have men who say they're women to go into women's toilets and all this stuff. Not in my daughter's toilet. Not in my wife's toilet, they're not. I'd damn start a revolution before that happens. Right? Listen, we have to put a stop to this stuff. This political correctness and this postmodern feminism will be the destruction of modern society. I'm calling it now as well. And if we don't put our foot down and say, you know what, enough is enough, then all manner of immorality and depravity that they're trying to force on us will become the norm. I saw that the other day. What's his face? Pony guy. My pony. Genuine. Genuine was on a TV show. This tranny dude, he's a dude, this tranny dude was trying to kiss him. Genuine's like, nah, hell no. In the media, Genuine's getting a whole bunch of backlash. How could he? This is an outrage. He rejected the advances of a dude. Are you shitting me? When does it end? Right? When does it end? Me, as a straight man, I'm just supposed to say, oh, well, yeah, if a tranny likes me, then I'm supposed to just accept. No! We all have preferences, don't we? I happen to like women. Like I said, I don't have anything against anyone who wants to sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. Alright? It's your business. I don't care. But why do I have to just accept what you're forcing on me? You know, we saw that case in America with the Christian couple who ran a bakery. They didn't want to be involved in making the cake for this lesbian couple who were getting married. They said, I'm sorry, but because of our religious beliefs, we don't want to be involved. Sorry, we are not going to be involved. We're not going to bake. Sorry. We're not going to bake this cake for you. We don't want to be involved in your marriage. Now, this couple could have said, all right, fair enough. That's what I would have done. I mean, logically thinking, why would I force someone to make food for me when they can do all kinds of crap to the food? They can spit in it. They can do all kinds of stuff. So me, if I were in that situation, I would have been like, fair enough. You are within your right. It's your business. There are a million other cake shops I could go to. No. They had to make an example out of this Christian couple fighting their beliefs, which basically ultimately comes down to free speech being fought, being oppressed, being removed. We're not allowed to say anything what we're thinking and feeling. These so-called liberals who are always talking about everyone's entitled to their this and your rights and your rights and your rights and your rights. How did the so-called liberals respond? They responded by sending these people death threats to the point where these people had to close down their business. They lost their business and they were taken to court and forced to pay over $100,000 or so in settlement to this lesbian couple who could have just gone to another cake shop to get their cake. And this is my big problem with these so-called liberals in these modern times. Whenever they disagree with you on anything, political or any type of ideology, whenever they disagree with you, their first line of defense is to destroy your source of income, destroy your business, and destroy your good name. Right? This is why so many people are so scared to speak up. This is why so many of us are walking around on eggshells. This is why so many of us just conform to the social status quo. You know, what I've realized, and I thought to myself when I was in the shower the other day, you know, even though I have a half brother, we grew up in separate countries. He grew up in London, he grew up in England, I grew up in Jamaica. And even though I grew up with many friends, I realized that at the end of the day, I've always been on my own. Yeah, I had my parents around, mom and dad in the house, cool, right? And I benefited from the family structure of two parents in the home. I learned a lot from my parents. They're very supportive and encouraging and all that good stuff. But I realized that ultimately I've been on my own. And in recent years, in the last 2 years, from the time Donald Trump basically started running for president, when everyone had their opinions, and during this whole build up to the 2016 elections and post-election, I've realized that for the most part, I can't relate to most people who I once considered really good friends, and even some of my family. Because it's obvious that they have chosen to keep themselves either misinformed or uninformed. And no matter what, someone like myself, who is a bit of a free thinker, who likes to scratch a bit deeper, not just staying on the surface, I like to research stuff. I like to listen to far more intelligent people than I am. The Stefan Molyneux, the Larry Elders, the Thomas Sowell, people like that, who people could, what's the Canadian guy there who had that interview on Channel 4 the other day, who completely annihilated that woman who was arguing with him. His name slips me. But people like that, people more intelligent than I am, I find myself not being able to relate to a lot of my friends who just choose to conform. The type of friends who they wake up every morning looking for something that they can repost on their timelines that has something to do with Donald Trump and racism. You know, the BuzzFeed posts, or the Now This posts, or the Occupy Democrats posts. They have to find something that fits their narrative, even if you can present them with solid facts that proves otherwise. They can't let it go. And I find myself more and more just pulling away, and my circle of friends just keeps diminishing and diminishing and diminishing. And it's safe to say that I need to find some new friends. More like-minded people who think logically, more like-minded people who have above average intelligence, more like-minded people who don't see themselves as victims. And I think that might be part 5 right there. Victim, this victim culture that so many black people live in. They reside in there happily. Everything is the white man's fault. Forget personal responsibility. Forget working hard. They conform to political correctness. On my personal Facebook page, some of my friends, I'm probably the most vocal person, because I've realized, you know what? If you don't stand for something, then you fall for anything. And I said this to my mom the other day when we were having a chat. My mom and I were chatting for about 2 hours. It was like her midnight in Jamaica, and we were up chatting. But if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And I've realized that I think for myself. I question things. I research things. I read things. I listen to more intelligent people than I am. Right? This is, when I'm working out, I don't even listen to music. I used to like listening to hip hop when I worked out. But I listen to audiobooks and talk radio because I want to get a more intelligent perspective, a more fact-based perspective on things. I don't want to just go on emotion. Emotion. Oh, it's racism. Ah! I like to go on facts. And as I said, I'm going to wrap this video up in a second. But I like to go on facts. And when you present facts to people in general, and I guess just based on my race and where I'm from, a lot of my friends, and family are black. I have friends from all different races, from all over the world. But I realize that black people love to hold on to the narrative of racism. Racism exists. It's never gonna go anywhere. It exists, but we cannot live our lives as perpetual victims. Because when we see ourselves as victims, we never give ourselves the opportunity to grow, to improve ourselves, and to do better. I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to pause this and then start filming immediately after to talk about black victimhood. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace.